Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back. How do you feel? How do you feel? It is March 31st, 2026. It's been a month. Again, all videos are in the quantum. They are in no time and no space, so that means they are timeless. Whether you receive this today or in the future, it is all perfect. You're receiving the specific quantum medicine magic frequencies and energies that you were meant to receive today. I literally just stumbled and stepped over and I was guided to write down a transmission this morning and then do a video on it. And all of it's messy, stumbling magic that it is. And let it go. I will post that. I don't edit. I don't do anything. Have you been feeling? I feel like I have this energy of frustration, fatigue, fog, lethargy today. Definitely integrating. These can be signs of integrations or massive things. You know, what your body's getting ready to make a huge quantum leap, which I feel like we're getting ready to do. So I want to talk about what came through kind of as a little bit of a message to me while I was getting things around before I sat down and was listening to a message, not realizing that the message that I was delivering or that I was writing was for me, but also for me to share with the collective. But I'm going to share what I wrote down while I was just, like I said, doing some morning things, making my coffee. And they may confirm for you before we get into the rest of this message. So we're going to kind of piece different things together. So what came through, because I went outside to do a couple things today, also is breaks down to the number 17. If you had 17 together, it's the number 8. So the 17 is the star card, and the 8 in the tarot is the strength card. So you'd be in resonance with those specific frequencies and energies. So what came to me is this fog has been lifting. The fog is lifting. The veil is very, very thin. Your own personal veil as well as the collective veil. All right. What you have been veiling from yourself is lifting, has thinned, almost completely gone. All right. What source has veiled you from is also being revealed more and more. All right. The other thing that came through is what source has veiled other people from you, like seeing you. Source has veiled or cloaked you from being seen, and source is we are going to be revealed, unveiled, all right, at that perfect moment. All right, so you may have felt this cloaking or this veiling too as well. Thunderstorms might be significant. Fog, like having fog, like you just feel foggy. I feel like discombobulated, but I know this is a form of integration. I know what these signs and synchronicities are before something big happens, another big shift happens. All right, so I know what that feels like, but I'm, again, walking through doors, stepping into more of who you truly are. You have done this more and more and more, right? These newer versions of yourself. Your authentic self, you're standing in your truth, you're stepping fully into your authenticity, your truth, your essence, and your frequency and your energy. Again, just a reminder, you have been going through boot camp upon boot camp, marathon upon marathon, training, blindfolded for most of us have been going again. We trained in the dark. You've been now going through this shedding and healing phase, this hermit phase, layers upon layers, going through many different types of recalibrations and integrations and activations and initiations and upgrading. Okay, healing, all right, in rinse and repeat. All right, so that's what came through this morning. Excuse me, I was also going to decode some stuff. I want to Ace of Cups is significant. Again, pouring out, completely emptying from all of this healing. So you have a complete empty vessel for source to refill it with everything that is coming. In the word was, what was it? Was
6.
Immense? No, it wasn't immense. It was enormous. So enormous. All right. So I also want to note that tomorrow is the super pink full moon in Libra. All right, and that will rise at 7:11 p.m. That is specific at 12 degrees, directly across or directly opposite of Aries. So if you've been getting air and fire signs, because Libra, I am a Libra, and I've said this in all the decodings I've been playing around this week that have been coming through, that a lot of air and fire elements, as well as fire and water elements, have been coming in groups for these codes. All right, so what I haven't decoded yet, but what came in kind of right before I started translating, rewriting, transcripting this transmission from another channel is 911. That is showing up a lot. I heard a lot of sirens yesterday. 7-11 is significant. The signs of Libra and Aries are significant. Quantum emergence is significant. Dragons and unicorns. And so I'm going to kind of decode that later when I feel like I want to take a moment to do that. Because like I said, I just feel like stuff wants to come through, but I'm like, okay. All right. I also want to note of quantum emergence, because at the beginning of the month, so today is the 31st. So if you look at March 1st, it's 3-1, right? And today is 3-1. So on the 1st of the month, because I'm on my 3rd journal for this month already. So on the 1st of the month, the key code was quantum emergence, and I went deep. So I'm guided to kind of go in there a little bit before I talk about the 31st of last year, okay? So quantum emergence, key code, activation, all right? This is the energy of becoming before the evidence of appears, which this actually ties into the channeled message that I was transcribing today. All right, quantum emergence is the energy of becoming before the evidence appears. It's the stepping into the version of you that already exists in these unseen spaces, the in-between, all right? The activation, let's say this together. I collapse the timelines and I emerge as my highest self now. I collapse all timelines and emerge as my highest self now. Say this with 30, write it down. Feel it in your solar plexus and feel it in your heart. I am not becoming, I am the remembering. I am not becoming, I am remembering. All right? I'm remembering the version of me who is aligned, powerful, abundant, and awakened that already exists. All right? I am remembering the version of me who is already aligned, powerful, abundant, awakened. That version of you already exists in the quantum, okay? This month, like I said, this is from the 1st of the month, okay? This month, I emerge with that frequency. So you can say, now we're stepping into April. I emerge into April, into this version of myself. This month, I emerge with that frequency. I move beyond all limitations and I step into accelerated expansion. I set this at the beginning of the month, right? In March, if you've been feeling it, my gosh. Yeah, me too. The energetic meaning behind quantum emergence is rapid spiritual upgrades. Rapid spiritual upgrades. Have you been hearing, seeing signs, synchronicities, frequencies, key codes around this word emergence? Things like the lotus flower, which emerge. Things like the dragonfly, which emerge. Butterflies, emergence, okay? This is another sign, synchronicity, key code, a coordinate to remind you that you will be going through rapid spiritual upgrades with this quantum emergence. Breaking old patterns. You have been breaking these old patterns. You have broken the chains. The chains have fallen down. All right? Timeline shifts have been happening. You are embodying your future self now. All right? This is heightened intuition and awareness. The key code, quantum emergence. Breathe. Open, receive. Exhale and release. So you inhale. I am open to receive. I exhale, Hoshinatidia, and I release when no longer serves my highest self. The activation. Activation. Say this now. I activate the key code of quantum emergence. I release outdated identities and timelines now. I align with my highest available frequency now. I collapse. Delay. I collapse all the delay now. And I step through the door, the portal. I step into divine acceleration now. I emerge whole, powerful, awakened now. I emerge whole, powerful, and awakened now. Pause and feel how that feels. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Know what you know. Take note of that. Let your body respond. Feel what you feel, see what you see, know what you know, and hear what you hear. seal this activation. We're going to seal it now. It is done, it is embodied, and it is active. It is done, it is embodied, and it is active now. 333 and the number 14 is significant. All right. That was the first. There's no coincidence that the team literally drew me back to that. And again, I looked at this before yesterday. Actually, I looked at it yesterday and I was guided to touch on it today. I didn't go deep. I didn't even look at what I wrote. I just saw quantum emergence. Then I went back to what I was doing. And then emergence came up in this transmission this morning. So, hello, welcome. Thank you for the activation, because that was an activation. All right. So I will decode these other signs and synchronicities, and maybe share that if I'm called to, if it feels in resonance. And see, it's probably just going to show me more of my alignment, because the more and more you become aligned, the more intensity of these signs, synchronicities, key codes, confirmations are coming in. So the question is, have you been seeing an uptick, a rapidness, an intensity of these number combinations, these word combinations, these animal combinations, these colors, these different things? Have you been seeing this in a rapid uptick? They're showing up more and more and more in videos and sounds. Like I said, I've been mentioning this. I'll be writing something, watching something completely unrelated to this, and whatever I'm watching, literally the person is speaking the word that I'm writing. That's how tapped the fuck I am. Have you been noticed these? And they're becoming more intense, and you're like, and it's because it's just showing more and more of those parts of you that continue to doubt. It is giving it tangible proof in the physical reality of this thing called alignment, that you are in alignment. 1202. Okay. So like I said, this season, March, April season, is literally my anniversary of this full body chills right now is confirmation of me awakening. This big one. And I already know I'm going through more of it, and that was more of a chaotic type, a chaotic in the best way awakening. And this next awakening that I've been going through is more of a quiet, calm stillness. Okay. So 12:44 on the timer. So last year, I'm going to read what I wrote last year in last year's journal. So this is mid-March's journal. No, beginning of March journal, end of March journal. Okay? Only I can change my life. Only you can change your life. Okay? Release the need to know how it's going to happen. So this literally ties into your reality. Your external reality hasn't shifted, but you've become a little bit frustrated because you've done the work. You know you're in alignment. You know what you've become. You know that you've remembered. And you're like, what the fuck? Your external reality still hasn't shifted. So this is again a reminder to me as well as to you that we need to continue to release the know of how it's going to happen. It'll happen in perfect alignment, divine timing, confirmation. Okay, so we need to continue to release that when it comes up. All right, Source knows how and when to make this happen. When it's big, this is what I've heard all across many ways, shapes, and forms, many channels, messages, that the universe and Source knows how to make it happen. And when it's big, it usually takes a lot longer for things to get in alignment. But the thing is you also probably had to clean up house a little bit more. You thought the house was clean and you still had some dust bunnies and some things stuck in the corner that you need to clean up before you became more and more in alignment for these blessings that are coming in. All right, so Source knows how and when to make this happen. So let Source do that, okay? So curiosity is a beautiful frequency. So stay in this frequency of curiosity. And again, going back to letting the ego to be curious, because it's more of an ego thing than a soul thing, because the soul already knows it's happened. That this is more of like the ego's struggling with this. So allow the ego to be curious, to continue to be curious, and to stay in this frequency of curiosity, because it is a beautiful frequency, okay? So remember, you are the one that you have been looking for. right? You are the one, okay? All right, so let's see here if there's anything else. 55515, apparently. That was written down, but the fives, you're seeing fives is significant. 555 1515. Quantum architecture stabilizing higher timelines through united fields. So that's what we've been basically doing. We've been building this quantum architecture to be able to stabilize these timelines through united fields, right? All right. Let's see. I'm trying to just see if there's anything else that wants to be revealed or shared right now. So I also wrote, I microdosed that day too. Interesting. I microdosed, again, I only microdosed when I was called to during my journeying process last year for deep meditation purpose. I made it a very ceremonial thing and not to get a high thing. It was to go deeper. Now, if I tried to do it, I don't think it would have the same effect because I'm able to drop so much deeper naturally. And that's the point. Don't get lost in the sauce, beautiful souls. So the 622 is significant. So I set the intention. There was an intention. All right. So April is going to show you. So what I wrote down is April is going to show you and reveal things to you about you. So that was true. April did show me and revealed the things about me that I still didn't know about me a year ago. But I feel like that's relevant for now, that April is going to be showing us and revealing stuff to us that is so enormous that our self right here, right now, cannot wrap or understand, okay? And also I wrote this too last year, reveal your masks. So April's going to show you about you, and it's going to reveal your masks, your coping mechanisms. So it's just fascinating because that's what April did to me. That was the catalyst. There were some catalytic things that happened in March and April that did reveal things to me about me, that revealed the masks and these coping mechanisms. So this could be for a couple group of people. It could be people where your beautiful souls that are on the same timeline as I am, or you just awakened and now you're going through this process and things are being revealed to you more and more about you. Your soul is revealing more of its self to you, and it's getting you to pay your attention to all of these masks and things that you have, a coping mechanism, these things that you're still hanging on to, if that makes sense. So this could be a two-parter, like two different timelines. All right, so yeah, that's from last year. So remember, only you can change your life, and you have to decide to choose you, to empty your cup completely out. Right? To empty your cup completely out. And yeah. Let's see what this beautiful deck says just to finish this message. So Gwen, thanks for playing along, co-creating, sharing your specific frequency, energy, flavor, color, and medicine with the collective, because we're all weaving this tapestry together. I hit record, you hit play, you pay your attention. We share, we weave together. And then in the quantum, the next people that receive this are also receiving not just my specific frequency, energy, flavor, color, and essence, but they're also receiving your specific quantum frequency, flavor, color, and essence as well. All right, so what do we have here? Just a 1911. So there's that 911 energy again. See the bigger picture. Yep. Have you been able to see the bigger picture? All right, Sagittarius might be significant, but that is a full moon. If you need to go deeper, might be time for you to go deeper. Just to do some final shedding here today. And honor your feelings, honor your feelings, honor your feelings. And it is time for us that are ready, that have gone through this again, you could be on a different timeline, right? That doesn't matter. You are perfectly on time. You are not behind. But everyone is going through this process differently at different paces and different rates. So if you're part of the collective that is ready to step into this newest version of yourself, and it doesn't matter which timeline you're on, it is time for you to go wild. Leo energy. All right? Leo energy. Lions are significant. Leo energy. Fire is significant. All right? That is a full moon. Very significant. Also, this also means be significant for someone at the next Leo full moon. I don't know when that is, but we know the full moon is tomorrow. So it is time for us to go wild. We're feral. We're free. We give zero fucks, right? We're here to get shit done. We're here to start rebuilding on top of this solid new foundation that we have been working so diligently, individually and collectively, for us to step back into organic earth. And again, it's not new. We're stepping into the original new, I already said it, the original organic earth. All right, that's what we've been working so diligently on, okay? And believe in your good luck, because it's coming. All right, it's coming. All right, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, yeah, remember, I am you, you are me, and we are we. And I am so proud of you. Thank you. Bye.